I'm Aky Karim with Chaos Boxing in association with British Boxers website and sponsored by Anthony's Travel. I'm joined by the main man, Mr. Sam Hyde, fighting on Saturday in a tough fight. How are you feeling ahead of the fight?
Feel great, mate. Training's gone absolutely perfect. Couldn't have wished for anything better. Outside the ring, there's ticket sales. Sometimes there's worries. They've absolutely flew out. I'm in the shape of my life, mentally, physically. I can't wait. And it's what I needed because it's a tough fight.
It is a tough fight, and coming on to that, you're in there with Blaise Mendouo. Now, someone in your position, a young up-and-coming fighter who's, doing amazingly. You're in a crossroads fight already. Yeah. Why take on such a tough fight?
Because when I first started, when I first decided which kind of boxer I was going to be, as such, which kind of path am I going to take? Not a lot of boxers do that, but I know the path that's going to lead me to big things. Some think it's by fighting journeyman and building up a record of 20-0 and then get a big fight, and hopefully you can stay on board there. Well, with mine, I've had a top amateur career. I fought all the best lads in the cruiserweight division, ABA champion, CYB champion, fought all over the world, fighting in different tournaments, Box for England, Box for Great Britain. I've been there, done that. This kind of fight is the fights that I need, not only to give my fans a great night, to build up my fan base massive. Blaise, what he brings to the table, he looks the part. He's going to be in the ring wanting to win. That, with everything I bring, sells tickets. Yeah. It builds up really big.
Now, it's interesting because you've actually done a lot of sparring with him. You've done a lot of rounds with him. What can you take from the sparring? Are there any weaknesses that you can see which you're looking to exploit just from having sparred with him?
Not even looking into the sparring. I've watched a few clips that Chris from British Boxers have made, and sparring. Things may change. Yeah. I'm not even looking at that. The only thing I've looked from that is his presence in the ring, how big he is. That's not going to change. How tall he is, all stuff like that. But other than that, not much.
Yeah, and you mentioned actually wanting a test, and it's actually nice to hear a young fighter saying he wants a test. Because I mean, I think your last fight was against Cessna, is that right? Yeah. Now you look brilliant in that fight, but obviously you had it all your own way, as you said in the press conference. Are you actually the sort of fighter who wants these big tests in order to bring your own skills on? Yeah,
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying before, and that's what I was leading to. The fights that I need are fights like Blaise. Also, to bring me on, I've never trained this hard in my life because I know we've got someone in front of me like that. When I'm fighting I'm a top amateur. You turn pro, you fight worse people. So people think, oh, you've turned professional now. You're going to be fighting better opponents. You're in the gym every day. You're doing this. So I won't say I took them lightly, but you're not going to push yourself as much as Cessna as you are. Yeah. Blaise Mendouo, a former Olympian. So for sure, and all these fighters that have padded records, don't get me wrong, my record's still going to be intact after this fight, but I'm not afraid of losing my O. I am not. I've said this from day one. Not this fight, maybe not the fight after, maybe not even 5 fights, but sometime with the fights I'm taking, with the fights what's going to build me up, get me on big shows, and me and known where I belong, where I believe I belong, with the stuff I bring to the table. These are the fights I've got to get through. And also, don't forget, I'm 22 years of age. Because I'm in a big weight, usually people are 26, 27, I'm 22, I'm a baby. You are actually in a weight division where one mistake, but up at the big boys, the cruiserweights, one mistake can be end of the fight. Is that something that bears on your mind when you go into a fight? Not at all, no. To be fair, I'm glad I'm in this weight because you never really hear of cruiserweights or heavyweights dying in the ring. It's usually the weights where they're taking a lot of punishment because one shot's not actually knocking them out. At least if I get caught with a big shot, the fight's going to be stopped and I'm taking less punishment because at the end of the day, I love this sport. It's what I want to do, but its health's more important than anything. So if anything, I'm glad it's that. If I got caught with a big bomb in a lighter weight division, that could go on all night. You see some fights and you think that was in my weight, I'd have got knocked out. But it's not good for you taking big shots like that. My job now is to not get caught with any. So that's what brings you on even more because you don't want to get caught. I don't look too bad considering my
No,
cruiserweight
he's quite pretty, this guy.
Yeah.
Just bringing me on as well to this, this love story you've had with Mr. James Lindemann here.
Yeah.
What's it like working with him? And is that something you can see as a long-term relationship going forward as well?
Yeah, for sure. Working with James is, if you know James Lindemann, all you've got to say is James Lindemann. You don't have to explain anymore. But for those watching this who don't know James Lindemann, he's an eccentric Jewish man from Hale with crazy ideas. So with them mixed in without anything on his CV in boxing is crazy.
Yeah.
So the fact he's setting up shows like this from being an eccentric Jewish man from Hale is crazy, and it really it says this is like what other guy could do this? What James is doing? Do you know what I mean? What other guy could meet me in Trafford Centre? Out of all the people in Trafford Centre, day in day, I just decided to go to Trafford Centre and meet
fate, man. Must be fate.
Who has just been released from his management contract.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about fate and stuff like that, but all I'm going to say is James Lindemann. So these things happen regularly. He's crazy. So for him, that's what made, I looked at all these things, and for him, for me, as well as Ben Shalom, who's now with LSL, they make a great team. Because I'm trying to think of a word without swearing, but busy something. Busy something. C usually I say. That's what they are, but that's what I need.
Can we say mofos?
Yeah.
Can we say mofos? We'll say mofos. We'll say mofos.
Busy mofos. That's what they are. So, and that's what I need. So, you don't get anywhere sat at your house. Oh, if you want to come a fight, yeah, cheers. Oh, appreciate it. No, they're at your door. They're in they're in your club. They're in your inbox. They're everywhere. You can't. They're in there like swimwear. Like literally, they're everywhere. So,
all the puns here.
They're in there. So. For them on my team, at 22 years of age, that's of course what I want.
Okay, brilliant. Well, listen, you've got a really mature and refreshing attitude for a young fighter. You're willing to put it all on the line, which is, again, commendable and big respect to you. Just for those people that aren't that familiar with you as a fighter, why should they get behind you? If they're not doing anything on a Saturday, why should they come down to watch you fight?
Sam Hyde.
Nowhere to hide.
Yes.
All right, and he's coming for you. Power. All right, well, thank you very much. This, of course, is Sam Nowhere to Hide. I'm Aky Karim with Chaos Boxing in association with British Boxers website and sponsored by Anthony's Travel. Peace out.
Thank you.